Hey y'all, what's up? What's up? It's your girl here, Leah. Welcome to my channel. Yes, you already see the title. You already know what it's about. Let's go ahead and jump into this conversation. Let me get some lights up in here. Okay. I say this at the beginning. This might not be, the video for you. If you feel a little touchy about the whole topic, then you need to bounce.
Get out of my room.
But if you really want to learn, what's going on and what I'm talking about, then you can chill. But yes, I'm actually talking about that there is a new law that's going to be coming out. It was already out probably by the time I make this. Parents can now sue the social media, and the main ones they talked about was YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok, which I'm not surprised. Now, I don't know if y'all guys know this. I made a video on this channel before, back in 2019, as to why I was going to just upload videos on YouTube. I wasn't going to make YouTube my main channel no more. My main channel is Twitch. Sorry, YouTube. Because the algorithm have changed because of the incident that happened where YouTube got sued back in 2019. I don't know if you guys know that YouTube got sued back in 2019 because of kids. So I'm gonna leave a link in the description to that video and that down below. So you can go look at that video and you can go read that article. But that happened back in 2019, and they were saying that in 2020 things were going to change. So I want to come on here real quick and I want to show you this. YouTube is still getting sued as we speak. So somebody in United Kingdom court alleged that YouTube knowingly violated children privacy laws in that country and seeks damages is that 25 or 2.5 billion? So it's about 3.2 billion dollars. See, they're still getting sued as we speak. That was back in 2020, so there's probably still more lawsuits. Another thing too, TikTok was sued by a content moderator who claimed she developed PTSD from reviewing disturbing content. So basically what this person is saying is that because they saw, a lot of dark image, a lot of violence, a lot of gory things on TikTok, I don't know how old this person is. They never say their age. They said that they got a psychological condition now. You can't make this up. You guys can go look it up yourself. This is on CNN Business. Okay. Now, there's another thing. Okay, according to US Today, TikTok class action, you might get money in the 92 million proposed settlement. It's hard to file a claim. And look at these years. This is just in a couple of years. This is like 2021. This was last year. This was last year. Y'all can sit here and be like, I'm looking into it too so deep. But if you're trying to be like a YouTube content creator, or you're trying to be a TikTok content creator or Instagram, you really do need to look at this. If you're trying to start out small, this is why we can't grow. This is why we're stuck where we at, on these social media platforms. And people really do want to show their creative side and possibly get some few coins for it, but you can't, because this stuff here messes up the algorithm. But let me get back to the main video. When I had made that video, I had several people who were other YouTubers. They were small channels like mine, and I think at that time a lot of them guys were big. They were way bigger than me. They were getting way more viewers than me. But over the time, all these people who I was trying to warn people that this was going to happen, because YouTube said it, in the guidelines that, your kids, if they're making channels on YouTube, that the kids have to have the parents present and all that other stuff, or else they're not going to have no algorithm. So basically, if you had anything with kids on it, on your video, or if you had kids in the background talking under, I think 17 or 16 or something like that, your video was not going to get pushed to the algorithm, or they would turn off the comments. This is literally what has happened. Now, people might ask, why is this important? Like, why are you talking about this? Wasn't you talking about something else before? Because it's about the kids. They found out that the kids were trolling back in 2018. Troll was really, really bad on YouTube. I don't know on other platforms, but I was mostly on YouTube streaming back in 2018. The trolls were really bad, and they found out it was younger kids. I also made a video about toxic gamers and toxic as to how this happened, why his kids are so toxic. I also made a video about that. I should put a link down below about that so you can understand why kids are toxic, because they pretty much learn this from adults. And it also depends on the kid's background, that, you know, what's around them. If they hear a lot of cursing or a lot of yelling and a lot of screaming, it's not just with their parents. They probably might see it with somebody else. Who, if they somebody else babysit them, they might pick up these bad habits and they might think it's cool, and so they would share this with others. Now, they were talking about this on the talk a little bit, and it was like some mixed feelings about it, but I might show a clip or not.
Introduced a bill that would allow parents to sue platforms like TikTok and Instagram. The bill aims to protect children under the age of 18 who may be harmed physically, mentally, emotionally, or materially by obsessive social media use. Now, if the bill does become law, the platforms could be sued for up to $25,000 for each violation. Entertainment lawyer Mitra Ahurian stuck around to help break this all down for us. Okay, Mitra, this seems like it would be like a very high bar to prove. You have to be able to prove that in some way there was real harm done to your child. How do parents do that?
Yeah, so this is a really valiant effort at trying to fix a problem that everyone's been concerned about, is social media and kids. With the bar of proof, it's a really tough one, because you have to establish first that there was a damage done, right? So you're going to need experts like psychiatrists or medical doctors showing that there were developmental issues, there were psychological issues, all of this. And then to go beyond that, you have to show causation. You have to show that that was the direct reason. The use of the social media was the direct reason why, and that's really hard to do. Correlation is a lot easier to prove, that people happen to have mental issues, but it's kind of like what came first. So you have to show that causation, and that's going to be the challenge.
Yeah, well, I was just going to ask, wouldn't it be easy to prove in this time and day where everything is documented, child life is documented on your parents' phones, pictures, and you could probably see that and then probably compare that to the amount of time that a child is spending on social media? Wouldn't that be able to help a parent in that type of lawsuit?
Yeah, I mean, certainly. So you try to come up with the calculations however you can and make that argument, but they're not all winners.
Or, I mean, could an argument be from the social media platforms that, I mean, how much responsibility is on the parents?
Yeah, that's right. That's it.
Yeah. That's a huge point.
I mean, but then, but can you prove that? But for this gadget, my child was okay before it got involved with social media, and then the consistency of the social media caused me to have to prescribe this for my child, that for my child. I think it's. I don't know. I guess my concern is most lawyers who represent the social media side would argue that I didn't cause this. This was already in your child.
Right.
When you
Yeah, I mean, and that's where you get into what came first, right? The correlation versus the causation. If you have a child that maybe has a propensity for having addictive personality, maybe some genetic factors, then over the few years that they've now developed this addiction to social media, what caused that? Something that was already in them, or was it the actual platform?
Yeah, or dig into the parents' background and say you were already a compulsion to do this or addicted to this. You would be digging into, ooh, my background. Ooh, now.
Yeah, you
got an honorary lawyer here.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
I'm bringing you on my legal team.
Yeah.
Listen, I can only speak on behalf of, my kids and the kids who are around them. I don't know any kid who doesn't use social media excessively. I mean, that's just been my observation. That said, I'm with Amanda on this. I really think it's up to the parents to say what they can and can't do. I mean, My children are both on social media. I can't stop it. You know, I mean, they're 13 years old. You know, I applaud any parent who's kept social media away from their kids at this time. Listen, I've offered all kinds of bribes to my kids. They haven't taken them.
Yeah.
But I had one daughter who had a terrible experience with a particular social media app where it's a group of kids texting each other, and my daughter said something, and then something was said back to my daughter, and it really upset her.
Wow.
And I said to her, I said, listen, you know, this problem really happened because of this app that you're on. Like, it wouldn't have happened if you were facing someone or talking to them.
Right.
It happened because of this group thing. I can't force you. I can't take your phone away. But I'm telling you, if you remove this app from your life and you get off this app, your life will be a lot better. And I got to hand it to my daughter. She got off that app and has been off. And, but you know, as a parent, I had to make it her choice.
Yep.
It was really difficult, but it worked somehow.
But
now
you
my other
proved the
daughter
point
is
of knowing
still
what
in
it
there.
is. You proved the point of knowing that it was the app that was causing it, Jerry. So to me, I think this discussion is good as we advance these laws to get to solutions. Parents have to be at the table of what these algorithms and what these social media platforms are doing to our children.
Let me say this on the other side. Like, I think it's impossible to regulate individually as a parent for your kids because it's everywhere. It's on the refrigerator. It's in all these little devices, in your watch, on your tablets, on your computer. Like, it's almost everywhere around these kids, and so it's sucking them in.
Yeah.
And as a parent, especially as a working parent, I can't be everywhere like that.
Right.
I'm not going to have a job. I can't be there every single day. I'm telling you, they know it. The social media companies, they know that there's addictive properties, just like the tobacco companies know that there's addictive properties in this product that brings these kids in. So I think, yes, the parents, but also, too, they have to be, the social media tech companies have to be heavily regulated in that department.
It's all in the algorithm.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But basically, they're trying to state that it's the social media fault. And, you know, basically, yeah, social media needs to be held accountable for this, for your kids' mental health. My thing is, if you as a parent, and you're a parent, okay, if you or your kids, or for example, if you don't have any kids and you babysit like me, sometimes I used to babysit my nieces and nephew, what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to make sure that you're watching over what they're doing, okay? To make sure that they're not getting into these sites where they can get what it used to be called cyberbullying, but I think they still call it that. You're supposed to have control over what your kids are doing and what they're watching and what they're viewing. I don't understand why kids are just, parents now, they're just throwing things to the kids, giving them tablets, giving them all kind of stuff, cell phones at 5 and 4 years old. What is a kid doing with technology at an early age like that? That is too young. That is too young. That's just me saying it, but I think it's a little too young. I don't think your kids should, that's just me. Some parents, they don't give technology to their kids until they're like 12 or 13. Some parents, like mine, like I told people, my first cell phone, I'm not even gonna lie, I was 17.
What?
I was 17 years old. Because my mom knew at that time frame, I think online predators were becoming a big, huge problem. So my mom didn't want me to be on the internet. I like I told people, I had to sneak and go play Roblox. I had to sneak and go play online games. That was not allowed in my house. Also, rated M for mature games, you see San Andreas. This was a game that I couldn't play when I was younger. So I don't understand why parents are not, I feel like this free range thing, like do whatever you want type ordeal, maybe it's not so good for the kids. I'm just saying. If you sitting here, what you're gonna do is you're gonna hurt people like me. Our channels are already dead on YouTube. It's because the algorithm is so bad. It got bad and worse over the years because of the viewers and because of the content creators. A lot of y'all don't want to have that topic, but that's a very deep discussion that a lot of y'all don't want to have. But it is the truth. The reason why YouTube is the way it is because people used to make so much clickbait videos, and then you had the viewers that were just downright trolling in the chat or in the comments area. So y'all know why YouTube is the way it is. And YouTube was like, you know what? this is how we're gonna have it. That's why every time I make videos, the chat is turned off. I mean, the comment area turned off. So it's a lot of, like I say, I'm gonna say this. I can go on for hours and hours talking about the YouTube algorithm. I've seen how it has changed over the years. Like, I'm not new to YouTube. I've been on YouTube for years, and I have seen what has happened to it, and it's really, really bad. It's so bad to the point now we have parents now. Oh well, I'm gonna start suing left and right, which y'all already started doing already back in 2019 with YouTube already. So I just want you guys to be aware. You know, if you're on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok, you might just want to make quick videos or whatever, or upload over there and find somewhere else to stream. It don't have to be Twitch. There's other platforms that doesn't have this issue. But it always seems to be like when it involves kids, it's always YouTube. It's always TikTok. It's always Instagram. And y'all know how I feel about TikTok. If you don't know, I feel like TikTok is very toxic, not for kids, for adults, young adults, and teenagers. I think it's toxic for everybody. And kids learn things from adults. They learn things from us. And then they think it's cool, and they're going to go do the same thing. I had this whole long conversation about this, and people don't want to admit it. They want to be like, well, it's the parents too. It's the parents too. But as a streamer, and this is what I try to tell people, as a streamer and as a person who's a YouTube content creator, they look at us. They see what we do. My opinion, I'm not trying to change your ideas about how you view toxic people and how you view toxic behavior online. I'm not trying to change it. I'm simply trying to see how it harms others that's on social media altogether. And I'm going to bring that out. And after that, I'm going to discuss how this is a chain reaction. Do you ever notice that when I've seen these YouTube videos where somebody lay up one object and the other object hits the other object and the other object hit it, and it keeps going on and on and on. It's like a cycle that doesn't break. That is the same way with toxic behavior. You know, you have one streamer who's yelling and screaming and cursing, carrying on, calling people all out of their name. Then you got the kids, the teenagers, the young adults looking at this one streamer that's acting crazy on their stream. Toxic behavior that keeps going to the next person, to the next person. It's like a domino effect. You know what I was talking about? It's like a chain reaction. Keeps going on. The cycle doesn't break. This is something that I want to share with my younger viewers. I hope that they hear this and they see this, and maybe they can be the ones to break the cycle on this toxic behavior that really does bring a lot of negative energy to other people online. That brings a lot of harm to people online. They see what we say, they see what we do, they see how we do it, when we do it, why we do it. They see how we do everything. And these kids think, oh, well, that's cool. He's screaming and yelling. I'm gonna go screaming and yelling and say all kinds of stupid things in somebody's chat because that's an adult. This person is adult too, so I'm gonna go bother. That's how it happens. This is how it happens. I mean, it sucks that we have to keep changing how the way we speak, how the way we talk on these social media platforms, so we can't get banned or get deleted or possibly get our stuff not pushed through the algorithm. It's ridiculous, and I'm just really, at this point, I'm really tired of every time something comes out, always YouTube. Always. And it's like YouTube, and I'm gonna say this, we are not people babysitters. Stop giving your kids a cell phone so we can be your kids' babysitters. I'm just done with that at this point. I am not your child's babysitter. If your child's coming over to watch me play a certain game, and I've said this before on somebody's channel, somebody said this on my channel one time, it was underneath Granny. Hold up, let me see if I can find this. Hold up. So I had played Granny about 4 years ago. It's like one of my it is my highest viewed video off of here. And my highest rating went off here. But you know, down here in the comments, let me see if I can find it. So this person says, viewer discretion advisor, at the beginning of the video would be helpful in keeping your younger children away from the violence and fear displayed in this game. Thanks. I was like, And this was back in 2019. Jay Steele, my videos are not for kids. So if kids watch it, that YT folk, because I checked the box in my creator area, not for kids. I make kids for young. I make vids for young adults and older anyway. I have older people subs to me the most. Yeah, I kind of figured, and it's no knock on your actual content, just discretion or lack thereof. I would personally appreciate perhaps something a little more obvious and visual that I can see without having a scrub through it, so that I don't have my 5-year-old watching a demon zombie lady bludgeon people with a bat, but thanks anyway. You see, this is the issue that I have with parents. Why do you have your kid? You are a parent, okay? You have your 5-year-old son watching a rated what? And they put it, and I don't know why YouTube changed this to Granny Chapter 2, but this was Granny. They changed it to Granny Chapter 2, which I don't know why YouTube has been doing this. Lately, they have been changing my games. I don't know why they're doing that. This is not Granny Chapter 2. And I wish you would stop doing that, YouTube. This is another issue that I'm having, is they're changing the games. That's not Granny Chapter 2. I know what I put down there back in 2018. It was Granny. So Granny Chapter 2 was not even out 4 years ago, okay? This is another issue that I have. But yeah, anyway, if you go look up Granny back in 2017, Granny was rated and for mature. It was not rated T for teen. It was not rated E. When this game first came out, it was rated and for mature. Your child has no business watching me play this game. Period. Yeah, the month, and not on period. So yeah. Period. Mr. J Steele and all you other parents. Yeah, y'all need to chill. Y'all need to chill with this man. I'm just kind of tired every time. Every freaking time. Y'all do this every time. Oh, my child shouldn't be watching this. Dude, the games are rated and for mature. Your child has no business coming over here watching me play a game. Period. But the newer Granny games, I guess they're rated E for everyone, because I guess people allow their kids to play it. But my mom would have never allowed me to play it or watch it if I was a 5-year-old. I'm just saying. That's what I'm saying. Nobody really wants to have this conversation with me, because I bring the receipts and I show it. And he left his comment there, and I've been showing it people on Twitch, and they're like, what? Like, why is his child there sitting there? And I already have it. I kept the video. You can delete it if you want, but I have it. I just don't understand as to why parents bring their kids to an adult channel. Why is your channel doing looking at Granny? Maybe you need to talk to your child and tell them, hey, this is inappropriate. You know, we shouldn't be watching this. Not you putting a comment down there talking about viewer discretion, but I don't need to do any of that. How about you go ahead and exit? There's a door over there, or a virtual door, you go through it and you exit. I'm just tired of comments like that. That's why I don't even, paying them no attention. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. But that's just to give you an example as to why the algorithm is so bad on YouTube, because the parents, they've been doing it for a while, since 2019. That's when I started to notice it, that they will come and run and try to make it seem like you are somebody who's doing something evil. You're destroying the minds of the kids. I'm not destroying the minds of your kids. You need to watch your kids. I'm not your kid's babysitter. I'm sorry, I'm not going to babysit your kid. Nope, not doing that. This is why I went to Twitch and I started streaming over there. Because I like how the way Twitch have things set up. There's no algorithm. It's like browsing through a magazine. Whereas YouTube, like I told people, it's a little strict, and you gotta watch what you say and watch what you do, because your comments can get taken away, be deleted, or your video is not gonna be pushed to the algorithm. And another thing, you might get banned. So just be careful. Keep that in mind if you're on TikTok, if you are on Instagram, and if you are on YouTube. Just keep that in mind. Be careful. And yeah, be careful with your content. That's all I gotta say. All this to me, I'm personally talking to the small content creators. The big creators don't have to worry about that. Anywhere they go, they're gonna get followed. But the small ones that are trying to start a channel, just be careful. But yeah. As for now, I shall see y'all later. Peace. Chasing the sun.